All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot going on as far as news. We're going to stick to sports. There's been a lot going on in the sports world as well. Obviously, we got the NCAA tournament, um, and that's not what this is going to be about. But I just want to say briefly Buckeyes lost. We're out. Lost to Houston last night. Put up a good fight for the most part. Way too many turnovers. Just weren't making shots when we needed to come back and pull something together. I don't know. I think we just couldn't couldn't stay with them. Um, and they were pretty dominant. So as far as that, we're out. Glad we got out of the first round. Glad we made it, but we're out. That was a winnable game, but we lost. So, anyway, now to what this video is about. So, another big news, this time to the NFL. Patriots tight end. People look at him as the best tight end in the league. I don't think so. I think he has been the best tight end in the league. I think Travis Kelce is. But yeah, so Gronk has decided, Rob Gronkowski, Gronk for short, has decided that he is going to retire. Rob is 29 years old, so he's not super, super old, especially considering who's throwing him the ball. Comparing those ages. I know his agent was talking this morning. I believe it was on ESPN. He won't be surprised if Gronk reconsiders and goes back and plays. I agree with that statement. You see Jason Witten coming out of retirement. I can see a scenario where the Patriots are struggling and they're making it into the playoffs or whatever. Name any scenario. They desperately need help, and I think they would reach out, and I 100% expect them to reach out to Gronk at some point and just say, hey, would you come back? I'm serious. I think that the chance of him coming back to the NFL is probably higher than him staying in retirement. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But what does this mean from the NFL standpoint, and more specifically, the AFC standpoint? Now, the Patriots have been in the Super Bowl, seems like every year. And they've won, seems like every year, every other year. So what does this mean, the fact that they are losing one of their key pieces to that team, to that roster? Tom Brady has a good solid 2 to 3 targets that he goes to. Number 1 is Julian Edelman. Number 2 is Gronk. Number 3, now you could say, is Sony Michel. Now, and they also have James White and, But from the standpoint of everybody else in the NFL, the Patriots are now losing one of those key targets. So now the defenses who are going to be playing against that Tom Brady ran offense, it's going to be a little bit easier. As far as the connection and the relationship between Gronk and Brady, they connected very well. I found, especially in the Chiefs game this past season, or this past playoffs, it was like a desperate time. They had to get a first down to get in scoring range. Guess what? Nobody open. Well, guess what? Brady goes, oh, where's my buddy Gronk? Oh, there he is, wide open on the outside. There you go. There's 25 yards. So they won't have that connection anymore if he does stay out of retirement. So yeah, we'll see. As far as what he'll do, I think you'll probably see Hall of Famer in the NBA, my guy Shaq, and Gronk a lot. You're going to see those two together a lot. They're friends. They do the DJ thing. So I know Shaq has parties he does, and he DJs. I think it's called Shaq's Funhouse. So yeah, I can see Gronk doing that, basically just partying the whole time, doing Gronk stuff. He's crazy, but he is a good football player, and he will be missed by the New England Patriots. I do think that in the end, he will be a Hall of Famer. I do think he looked much better because of Tom Brady, but he was a very dominant player. I really question if his bionic elbow brace that he always wears, I question if that's that assisted sometimes, but who knows? He's a great player. You can't deny what the Patriots have done, and he has been a key part in that offense and why the Patriots have done what they've done. For the Patriots side of things, I think that regardless if Gronk does plan on coming out of retirement, coming back, especially for a scenario where going into the playoffs, the Patriots have got to draft a tight end. Now, I do think they have a couple big position needs, and being the fact that they are picking late in the first round, being the fact that they won the Super Bowl, you never know who's going to be there. But I do think that the two tight ends out of Iowa, if I'm not mistaken, they've been getting a lot of hype. And then there's also the tight end out of The tight end out of Alabama. I do think they need to leave the draft with one of those three guys. In my opinion, those would be the guys I would say, yeah, you got to get one of them. They're not going to replace Gronk as far as what they bring immediately because they are such talented players. Well, no, I don't know what I'm saying. What I meant to say was they're not going to replace Gronk because Gronk was such a talented player. They're not going to be able to replace him immediately. So yeah, forget what I said there. Yeah. So anyway, if I'm the Patriots, I draft one of those guys. Pray to God that they work out because you're not good at getting talent. I mean, and I don't say that because they've won the Super Bowl. So you're probably going, what are you talking about? What I mean is when it comes to getting talent, they don't hold on to guys that much. They let a lot of guys go. You've seen that with Danny Amendola and, other guys. And they seem to always find guys who are lower tier, and I say that air quote, because on any other system, they are a lower tier player, and they somehow look like a star. I don't know. But anyway, so if I'm the New England Patriots, I have to draft one of those three guys I mentioned and just try to rebuild. Other AFC teams right now are happy with this news, to say the least, because you eliminate one of those threats by Gronk being gone. And I do think that this is going to hurt the Patriots. This will hurt Tom Brady a lot because one of his top targets is gone. And it's in today's NFL, you need to have 1 to 2 even good tight ends to assist with that offense. That's just kind of where we're at. So yeah, not much else to be said with that. Gronk's retiring. I don't expect him to stay in retirement. I actually expect him to come out. But for the Patriots, draft a tight end, then fill in holes. Because this now, to me, is your number one hole. I think that's all I want to say. There's nothing else to say. So, appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.